Hey family, it is just funny how uh the spirits will just communicate with you by any means necessary, honey. If they have to tap on TVs, electronics, and radios and stereos and whatever they can get their hands on, honey, they're gonna communicate with you. It's crazy. Y'all know who I am, but for you all who don't, I'm Spiritually Naima. There are some serious witches that are watching me, dedicated witches that are just down to the end. I would like to give you all a shout out. Everybody who's watching me, I know you are a real dedicated witch, and you ain't gonna take your eyes off Mama, because y'all know Mama is gonna bring it to you real. Let me tell you something. I have a confession to make. First confession, I must admit to you all, this is the umpteenth time I've done this video. I'm just keeping it real, but I was playing witch. I thought I was a real damn good ass witch. On all those videos that you've seen in the past, on all the other channels, I think I have like three channels or something like that. You all have been following me for almost a decade. We got some true history, but today I realized I was only playing the witch. I was only playing the witch. But I realize now that what's going on right now, I am being faced with being a real witch, and it is spooky. It's terrifying. When you surround yourself around water, you bring the real thing to yourself, because that's all the spirits need. They need an area where there's lots of water. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so haunted, in New Orleans. That's why it's so haunted, in these little swampy areas of Alabama and swampy areas of Georgia. The swampy areas of Alabama, everybody know that is like Mobile, and uh, Bayou La Battery and little places like that. These little places that that at one time were controlled by the French, and they have these French names and stuff. And Georgia would be Savannah. You know, these places are haunted as hell. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you got swamps. You know these spirits, especially these dark spirits and stuff like that. They need that water. See, most of your darker spirits are in the swamps. Whereas, you got a variety of spirits around just, areas where they're surrounded with lots of rivers and stuff like that, and lakes and whatever, you know. But you got a lot of darkness in the swamps, and it's scary. It's just like night and day, going from one city and then coming to this city where all these swamps at, and then everything changes. I mean, the vibes change in this area, and it's like all of a sudden, damn, you know, uh, I've been having more premonitions than ever. I see things more clearly, things that are frightening. Things that I'm not used to. It was so easy to claim to be one of the darkest witches when, I was surrounded in an area of just dryness and just people who were like into to Christianity and stuff like that, and lots of churches around. Oh, it was easy. But when you get in these areas and stuff where, there aren't really any churches there aren't really many people around, nothing but swamps and rivers and stuff, it gets spooky. I saw a fox last night, and it was just like crazy. I'm like, a damn fox? What? I mean, it's just goddamn it. I could walk right there where that damn fox was, and I'm like, wait a minute. Pitch black around here, and it's spooky as hell. I mean, and the spirits just have their way. They can have their way here because they own this territory. I'm talking to you now, and I just looked in the TV and saw a face. Just saw a face. Sure did. With a big old head, a big old forehead, bigger than Mama's forehead. And just looking at me, I'm gonna draw a picture of you all on my If you all are in my virtual coven, I hope you are. You will get a chance to see some of the images and stuff that I see. I draw them because I'm an artist and I do digital drawings. I'm not as good with the digital drawings as I am, sketching and painting, but I'm getting familiar with it. I'm debating on getting a very expensive software or tablet, digital tablet, to bring to you all some of the most realist images that I see for real with my own eyes. This is real. I just want to caution you all and warn you that, look, this is real. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Just now, I just saw a face in my TV. My TV is off. It showed an image of itself, and it's letting me know that it is that this is who's tapping on your TV, who's tapping on your windows. It's trying to get my attention. Be careful of the deals you make, the bargains you make. I'm not trying to frighten you all. I just want you all to be aware that if in any time in your life you really become a real witch. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not talking. A lot of you all are playing. You all are playing witch like I was. With your little cute little pentagrams and your little cute little broomsticks and your little witchy hats and all of that. It's cute and everything, but make sure you're not playing witch so that when the real, you understand, witch comes out in you, you'll be ready for what's waiting on you on the other side of that door. Okay? So I must warn you, I can't just sit here and romanticize and fantasize with you all. I must be honest with you all and tell you that there's a real world in the invisible world that exists. It is invisible to us, but when you get over there, you can actually see it. You know what I'm saying? It becomes visually tangible to you. I was thinking about that Grim Reaper, and I've seen quite a bit of the Grim Reaper. Even read that, most people who see the Grim Reaper, they don't usually live that long after they see one of those things. And I am a living witness of that. And I want to talk to you all about that Grim Reaper. I have not physically seen it like this person seen it in an astral realm. Once you see that Grim Reaper in that astral realm, there's some changes that are going to be made. They say you're going to lose something, even your life. And I've talked to someone personally that has crossed over, that has actually saw it just a couple of weeks before they died. And that has humbled me. It has changed my world. I don't see anything the same anymore, y'all. I don't. Nothing is the same to me. I actually got a chance to see it, but in a form, in forms like one time I told you all about that I saw one about 5 years ago, but it was I had a plastic over my door to prevent drywall from getting in the room. And I got a chance to see the image of one, and it had soldiers behind it of other Grim Reapers, and they were following each other. And the one in the front had an actual face. The others did not. They looked very weary, and the leader was carrying a lantern, and he was looking at me. It was more of the way they looked, it was more of a like weary look, like like they were on journeys or something like that. And I want to do some series on Grim Reapers because they are real. I'm here to tell you, this person convinced me that it's crossed over onto the other side. Had no clue they was crossing over. It has really taught me that yes, these urban legends are not just, they're just not fantasy. They're real. They're real. All your urban legends are real. I'm convinced. I am humbled. I am humbled to the point that some of the things that I used to do, I would no longer do them anymore. And I'm going to tell you what those things are. Be careful. Be careful. The deals that you make out there. And I'm not trying to frighten you all. I just want you all to take me serious. I want you all to know how real this thing is and stuff like that. Be careful with those deals you're making and those task that you partake in, be careful. Even these clients that come to you, you better decide whether or not they're worthy of your attention, because you do a trade-off deal with them every single time. And I'm going to talk to you all about one of the trade-off deals that was done without my knowledge, because I didn't do no divining, because just the money. I'm like, give me the money. I'll take it, Money ain't worth everything, okay? All money ain't good money, okay? Especially when you get blood on your hands. Let's talk about these spirits. Sometimes, honey, they ready for you to pay up. They get the knocking and tapping because it's time to pay the piper. And witches, you better know how to sacrifice somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds gruesome, but if you ain't ready to go yet, you better learn how to sacrifice somebody else. And the sacrifices they want somebody you love, you truly love. Sometimes you got to give them some blood, y'all. This is when you doing real witchcraft. This is when you a real priestess. Now, a lot of people say real priestess is one out there sacrificing goats and babies and stuff like that. Well, that might be true, but there's a sophisticated way of doing it without having to actually go out there and get it done like that too. And see, they don't talk to you about that, about the many different priestesses that don't get their actual blood on their hand, that are sacrificing family members, sacrificing people to spare their lives, to extend time on themselves and stuff. And like, people are going down, they don't even know. They don't know that they were a blood sacrifice somewhere in time, whether it be like present time, past time, or maybe even future time. I don't know. Because, I say the future, the past, and the present is going on right now as I speak to every last one of you. It's going on right now. I just saw the face again. It's weird. It's a male with a big, huge forehead. Anyways, like I say, making his presence known. Y'all, look, let me tell you something. If you got an idea that you playing witch, you better learn how to be a real witch. Ain't no sense of playing witch. I'm just looking at all of that stuff going on the side there. Y'all see that? Am I filming? Only on my devices. Only on my devices. I don't care what device I buy, I'm going to see little spiritual activity going on the walls. I don't care what wall I'm at or whatever. Look like the fuzzy stuff going on around there. Over to the left-hand side. That's probably the way you all going to see it when y'all get it, the left-hand side. A lot of people be like, oh, that ain't nothing. That's just a bad camera. No, baby. I can have some of the best of the best of the best cameras. Spiritual activity like that goes on with me. I never will forget when I was growing up and stuff like that. The camera lighting would always change. My mom would take a picture of me and the picture would be too dark or too black or something like that. And she would always have to take it over and over and over again until she finally gets it right. As I became a young adult, took pictures with my kids, the images of me would never come out right. Never. That's spiritual activity. Picture too dark or a blurred image. I'm like, dang. And at the time, I didn't know what was going on up until now. It's all of the spiritual activity that is going on around me. But anyways, come and visit me at my virtual cove. And I want to share some of the images that I've seen and that are real. I want to share those with you all. The Grim Reaper images and a lot of you all might be frightened and say, I don't want to see that. I don't blame you. But once you start seeing these things and, because like I've been seeing them for a minute. Never thought nothing of it until somebody went down. But the difference is how you see them. If you ever see them on the astral scape, it ain't good. That ain't good to meet face to face with a Grim Reaper in the astral world. And I hope to never ever visit them. Because now I understand what the Christians mean when they say the devil comes to rob, steal, and destroy. And that's what that Grim Reaper does. You know, people like worship the Grim Reaper, and a lot of people fantasize about him, create him, draw him, and sometimes it's a her. But I don't see any good in them spiritually. I think that what they do is consume and waste the waste all of the spiritual fruits of your labor, and they come to destroy. There's no good in them, is what I see. Even though I have seen myself, here in the physical world on plastic Grim Reapers, that came that they looked weary, and they looked like they were just really just worn out. I still don't understand that. They came humble, but at the same time, too, deception is real. I want to talk to y'all about that deception too. How this particular person was deceived into going into this realm with these creatures, these beings, these supernatural dark forces that are very evil. Anything very, 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 very black with a void, if you ask me, it consumes light. Anything very black like that, voids that consume light. Once it consumes light, that light no longer is, it's no longer there. Just like they talk about black holes and stuff, how they consume light. In the up and coming millenniums, light will dwindle. It's dwindling because the black void is growing and it is consuming light, anything with light energy in it. And I'm going to talk about it more in the next video. So stay tuned. Pardon me, for sitting here like this. But I just wanted to do a quick one, a quickie. Okay, bye-bye.